are on our way to Georgia. We're on our way to Atlanta. I gotta take the Heavens back home. And I have one of my closest friends from when I was a little girl, who I grew up with. She's having a baby shower, so I have to go to the baby shower. I'll go do that. I'm like literally just leaving. So I'm back. That took forever. My bad. So what had happened was I pulled up to get gas, and you know, I told my niece one of my biggest fears with this hair being so big is that a bug fly in it and like get stuck, and I don't know what's in there because you know it ain't my hair, so it can crawl down to a fake scalp, but I wouldn't feel it. And I'm petrified of bees, like petrified of bees. And we are, babe.
We're on our way.
And what happened was I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the heck? And we got, I don't know if y'all have them where y'all at, but we have love bugs, and they're literally like flying and mating at the same time, like they're stuck together. A bug is two bugs stuck together, and that's how they fly. So I was like, I thought it was just the love bugs, like, all right, whatever, they don't do nothing, they don't bite. And something just look up, so I look up, and it's a very active, very angry wasp nest, like very angry. And yeah, and so I had to go inside and ask one of the workers to like, you got somebody here who can come, because these bees is angry and I don't have time to be getting stung, and I don't really know if I'm allergic, but I don't really need to be stung that close to a wasp nest, because if you know anything about wasps, they're not like regular bees where they sting you and they stinger come out. Wasps can sting you repeatedly, and not only can they sting you repeatedly, but they release a pheromone when they sting you to let the other bees know that there's danger around, so they can come attack. We didn't need that because I don't have time for that. I have to go. I have to drive. I have to get to Atlanta. So yeah, long story short, she came and took my gas thing out and put it back in my car so I can move to another pump or whatever. And I told the pregnant lady who was on pump number 1 on the other side, I'm like, just be careful, they're angry. But yeah, so that was that. So now we're on the way. So I recorded like 20 minutes of me talking and decided I didn't like it, so we're gonna try this again. Yep, so we're gonna try this one more again. So yeah, I guess we'll do an update. We'll just separate this into pieces. We'll do an update on my medicines that I am on at the moment. We'll do that part first so that we can have like a rhythm to how this goes. First things first, I'm on a consistent dosage of Synthroid. I am on 150, really? Wow. I'm on 100, the parking lot was cut off. I couldn't go anymore. I am on 150 mics of Synthroid. I'll give you a brief rundown, make this real brief. Before we left Texas, when I first started getting put on Synthroid medicine, my number was a 17. The normal number for Synthroid for a thyroid is 1 through 4. My numbers when I first got tested was a 17. This is after weight loss surgery. This is after having MEC. This is after gaining my weight back. And I actually went to the doctor because I was trying to figure out why I ballooned back big so fast. I can't separate the food. I was trying to figure out how I got back like big, like, and it just seemed like it happened like overnight. It's like I woke up one day and could no longer fit my clothes because I was fat again. So just in the process, so anyway, so my number was a 17. And so with Synthroid, if you're hypoactive, they can't just they can't just automatically put you on a really high dose, because it'll make you hyperactive, and someone who's hyperactive, it's like their body is on speed, and someone who's hypoactive, you do that to them, it'll be like overdosing your system with adrenaline, and it could make you have heart issues. And if you don't know what to look for, or if you don't know how to monitor it, it can be fatal. So they start you off at the lowest dose. She started me off on 25. Went back, had tests done a couple of months later. My number was I think 13 or 14. She put me on 50. Went back a couple of months later. Had my numbers ran again. No change. So she put me on 75. And then in the process of that, we were getting ready to PCS and come here. And thanks for getting my food out. We were getting ready to PCS and come here. So she was like, as soon as you get there, have them, oh, it hurt. Have them test your numbers and see if your dosage needs to be up, or if you kind of like stable and leveled out. So I had that done. She tested my numbers. Numbers came back that I was, my numbers were a 13. No. A 10. My numbers were a 10, which is better. So, she put me on 150. No, 125. She put me on 125. So took that. She told me, come back and see how my numbers go. And I was supposed to go back in July, at the beginning of July, and have me tested, but I didn't do it till recently. So, but no, I'm lying. I went back, got tested. My numbers were 8. So she put me on 150. And she said, okay, let's test this. I was supposed to go back in July with that one and get my numbers tested and see where I was at. And I didn't. I just did it recently. And my numbers were my numbers came back normal, thank God. They came back normal, so I'm finally in a normal range. But because I do have a hypoactive thyroid, it's not something that goes away because you got medicine in your system. I will forever, for the rest of my life, whether I decide to have another weight loss surgery or not, I will forever be on Synthroid. The only thing that will change would be my dosage. So that being said, I'm on a consistent 150 until I lose weight and my dosage changes. That's where I'm at with that. What else? That's it. I did decide to go ahead and talk to the doctors about possibly going ahead and going through with a revision surgery. Just because I ballooned back up like I did. And it's a lot of pressure on me right now, and it's painful. I told you guys I have plantar fasciitis, which is flat foot, but I'm severely flat foot. Like my foot is parallel with the ground, so they hurt anyway, but the extra weight on my body bearing on them makes them hurt even worse. And my doctor was like, well, I don't know how long you can really work out. It is. She's like, I don't know how long you can really work out because your feet, I don't want you to be in pain and need like recovery days just because you're trying to lose weight. So that, and then my boobs grew. anything after the age of 21 for females, or 18 is fat. And so my boobs got bigger. I'm an N now, a 42N. So yep, so there's that too. Oh shoot, heaven. I didn't mean to get over here. I'm so used to going home. But so yeah, I'm a 42N now. So, and of course, because I'm big again, my BMI is higher. The doctors they won't agree to a breast reduction because my BMI puts me at risk for not healing, for getting something that they call fatty tissue necrosis, and where your scars would heal kind of pink and bad looking instead of naturally just healing back up. So they won't do it. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go to another bariatric seminar to hear my options more clearly. The last one I went to, because I already had weight loss surgery, I didn't want to ask a lot of questions because I had already had surgery, and then I didn't want the people in there who were in there to get the surgery to look at me and be like, what? If that's my result, am I gonna be like that? Like, I didn't want to be looked at. I didn't want nobody to use me as their example because everybody's case is different. Oh, should I be nice to him and let them all out? I don't know. Oh, Michigan. Give it to her. She's trying to get that to you. Sorry. Me and Heaven called tags. Oh, my foot fell out. But so I didn't want to, like, I just didn't want to discourage nobody with how I am now, being that I already had the surgery. And I didn't want to, like, pull the class off track because I've already had the surgery. So it was, it was different. I had to go through the gate, guys. I had to go through the gate. But yeah, so they want me to come again. I've been emailing with the doctor, with one of the nurses. She was like, we really want you to come to another seminar, and just don't be afraid to ask your questions. Like, you need to ask what you need to ask, and if so, after the seminar, then you and the doctor can sit and talk amongst yourselves or whatever. But so I'm gonna go ahead and do that just to see. She said, and I was like, I just want to know, like, realistically, what am I looking at moving forward? Because it's not like I'm someone who is going in for the first time. I've already done it. So what are the risks with having a revision done? I just want them to answer that, because I feel like my risks are significantly different from someone who's a first timer. I feel like the risks are different. So I just want them to tell me what the differences are in the two surgeries. And I feel like I don't need to sit in a whole nother class. I wanted to talk to the doctor, but they won't let me just talk to the doctor, so I'll have to go sit in class and just ask these questions. So do that, and that's that. Like, I mean, we'll go from there. This is what I hate about driving in Georgia. Like, before we left Georgia, you had certain times of the day that there were traffic. Now it seems like don't matter the time of day. You just expect traffic. And it's always when you get, like, I was less than an hour away from my mama's house. Now, of course, it's gonna take me over an hour to get there because I'm stuck in traffic. Like, am just leaving the baby shower, and it was a beautiful baby shower and all sailor themed because she's having a little boy. And now I just went by. Let me show you guys.
Sponsor us, Dunkin' Donuts. Sponsor us.
Sponsor me. I gotta have my Dunkin'. And you know, went by Krispy Kreme too. We got a dozen donuts, 6 glazed, 6 lemon glazed. I ain't never had the lemon glazed ones. And now I am on the way to get them something to eat. And yeah, that's just what we're doing now before I go home, and then just kind of try to chillax because I woke up this morning, and it's been like 4 months, and I woke up this morning and Aunt Flo decided she wanted to come say hey. So I don't really feel the best. My back's a little tender, cramping a little bit, so I just kind of want to relax because I have to turn around and make the 4-hour drive home in the morning, and I'm going to try to keep my word. I'm going to load my car today, and I'm going to try to leave super duper early so I can go ahead and get back, and that way Misia hopefully sleep some. Good morning, guys and gals. My mom was like, why you always gotta say guys? Why you can't say, hey y'all, good morning y'all? I don't know. I feel like y'all makes me sound super country. Although I am country, but I feel like y'all makes it like, hey y'all, super country. Anyways, so I'm on the way home. It's Sunday morning. It's 7:36 in the morning. I've actually been on the road for a minute. Yeah, I've been on the road for a minute. Just made my, made my Dunkin' run. And got me and baby girl breakfast sandwich to eat. So I don't have to stop no more. Hopefully, I'm hoping she goes. You guys can see her. I'm hoping she goes back to sleep. Because that's just what I hope. So that I don't have to stop. Because I kind of just want to drive and go and get straight home. But yeah, so I'm excited. Y'all, if I grow my hair out, this is exactly, it would be this texture. It would be probably a little bit of a different curl pattern, but this is probably how I would wear it. It probably would even be too curly to pick out like this. But this is how I want to wear it. I probably even dye it this color. This is so cute to me. But yeah, so I'm on the way home. I'm excited about going home. Tomorrow's Labor Day. I won't be in Georgia for that, but it's all good. I mean, sorry, I keep saying Georgia because I'm so used to being in Texas, but I won't be in Atlanta for that. I'll be in Hinesville, just me and baby girl, because either way it went, whether I stayed today and left yesterday and left tomorrow, I still would have had to get up early in the morning and drive home on Labor Day. So I'm just like, I may as well just go ahead and go. I didn't really come to hang out. My niece was with me for the last 2 weeks because she goes to school online. So she was with me the last 2 weeks. She was with me the last 2 weeks. So good friend from when I was a little girl was having her baby shower. I told you guys that. So that's the only reason I was here, basically. So I didn't come to hang out because it was Labor Day weekend. Like, I didn't even bring enough clothes. You guys will recognize this from yesterday. I realized that I didn't bring another outfit to change into. So I had to wake up and throw on what I had on yesterday just to drive home. You know, it is what it is. We keeps it real. That's what we do. But yeah, so I'm only like 30 minutes, 45 minutes into my drive. I'm actually passing the exit that me and my husband lived on before we moved to Texas. We stayed off Eagles Landing Parkway and Hudson Bridge and Stockbridge, and I'm passing that exit right now. And actually, my friend who had the baby shower, she lives in the same apartment complex that we lived in before we moved to Texas. But yeah, so I'm not gonna make this long because I don't know how long this little. I gotta edit through and see what I want to cut out, what I don't want to cut out. Anyways, I'm debating when hubby gets home on starting a series on marriage. Starting a series on marriage and family. We don't have we don't have like years and years and years under our belt. We are for all intents and purposes, we are a blended family, not blended in the sense that you think when you think about interracial blending. We are a blended family in the sense that we blended cultures. If you haven't been watching me for long, or if you haven't been watching me that long, then you probably don't know. So my husband's African. Let me get this off my face. My husband's African. And then we'll go more into that when we get on the series. So we're a blended family culturally. We're a blended family. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing a series on marriage. Like we've been married going on. What's up, babe? We've been married going on 7 years. We've been together 8 years. We're almost at our decade mark for our relationship. But we've been together 8 years. Been married 7 of those 8 years. And yeah, we've had our share of stuff. And so I'm thinking about and we're not an old. What's wrong, babe? And we're not an old couple. We got married fairly young. You can do the math. I'm 32, my husband's 34, and we've been together 8 years. We've been married 7. So we got married. I feel like not at a young age, but at a young age. We were both in our 20s. If I'm not mistaken, I was 25, he was 27. I think so. So, I mean, we got married at a fairly young age, and we both come from not broken situations. Well, I come from a broken situation. He didn't come from a broken situation, but he came from a complicated. He was raised in a complicated situation. I was raised in a broken situation. So I'm really thinking about just doing a series on marriage and how to get your marriage to survive. Ups and downs, trials and tribulations, and things like that. Because I feel like we've survived what we survived because there was a testimony in a way that it could help another couple who may be going through what we're going through. Because And the crazy part is we'll just leave it. We've survived some stuff, and we'll go into detail more when hubby gets home and we start the series. And we'll break it off into like episodes, and maybe we'll do like a season. Like, okay, so this is this season. Maybe we'll do it like season 1, episode blah, whatever I can choose to call it. But I want to do that. I've been thinking about doing some story times, but like, I feel like a lot of people's story times be like not fabricated, but I'm like, they be over the top. And granted, over the top stuff does happen, but if you got an over the top story every single time you choose to sit down and do a story time, and you doing story times like 3, 4, 5 days a week, then I feel like some of that stuff's fabricated. So, or you're putting yourself in, or you're creating situations. I love you too, babe. Or you're creating situations so that you can have stuff to talk about. Like, and my story times, like, I don't have crazy, so I don't know if I want to call it story time, because my story times would be like my testimonies. It'll be like giving you guys what I've been through, so that it'll maybe help you, or you'll learn from it, because that's just the kind of stuff that I